We'll get you back to the action, ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment or two. And, man, are we getting excited about the WWF Royal Rumble. We certainly hope that you are as well. Now, remember, this day comes your way on Saturday night, January the 22nd. It's exclusively on pay-per-view. All the tickets in Providence, Rhode Island for the big event in the Civic Center there have been sold, ladies and gentlemen, but you can certainly be a part of it, and I encourage you to do so by calling your local cable company. This is really going to be something. Brett and Owen Hart, the Hart brothers, to meet the Quebecers for the WWF Tag Team Championship. We know that Tatanka takes on Ludwig Borga. Razor Ramon will meet IRS for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, there's the 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble matchup. More on that a little bit later in the program. And the casket match for the WWF Championship. I talked to Jim Cornette and Mr. Fuji earlier in the week, and I said, since the Survivor Series, people say that Yokozuna can hurt The Undertaker. How do you respond?
I respond to that by saying a lot of people talk about things they don't know anything about. A lot of people say Elvis is still alive walking around at the Burger King. Obviously, the general public doesn't know what it's talking about, and 8 out of 10 people in this country belong behind a fence. That's what I have to say to that, because any man or beast or whatever he is that walks around on 2 legs and breathes and has blood in him can be hurt and can feel pain and can go down, Jim Ross, and Yokozuna is the prime example of somebody that can put him there.
Well, let me ask you this question. At the Survivor Series, Yokozuna did execute the Banzai drop. And right after he did, The Undertaker sat up. Now, that's got to bother you a little bit.
There's a very good explanation for why he did that, and the thing is that when he came, I'm not exactly sure how he did it. I know that he did do it, and I'll guarantee you one thing: he ain't going to do it again. True. Because I've talked to Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji's got in Yokozuna's ear, telling him how to fine-tune everything. And when the Royal Rumble comes about, and that casket match comes about, Yokozuna's going to be primed, and he's going to be ready for The Undertaker. We're going to have a few tricks up our sleeves, so to speak. And you know the rules to that match are real simple, don't you, Jim?
Yes.
All you got to do is you've got to render your opponent so helpless, so injured, so incompetent, maybe even comatose, that you can take him and you can put him in a box at ringside and you can close the lid. And when that lid closes, it closes not only on the match, but maybe on a man's career as well. And Undertaker, we don't care what we got to do. At the Royal Rumble, Yokozuna will drop the Banzai on you, if not once, if not twice, then 5 times. He'll do it till you stay down. And once you stay down, then he's going to put you in that stinking box, brother. And he's going to close that lid. And then Paul Bearer is going to get back there. And this time, Paul Bearer is going to be wheeling one of his own caskets around. But it's not going to be something inside that's going to sit up and mess with people. It's going to be The Undertaker, and it's going to be the end of his career, not only in the World Wrestling Federation, but anywhere.
Banzai.
All right, those comments made earlier this week by James E. Cornette, along with Mr. Fuji. Later in the broadcast, I'll talk to Shawn Michaels regarding his participation in the Royal Rumble, and we'll have that for you a little bit later in the broadcast.